I don't want to give my personal information. My first name's Zach.
Okay, and Zach, so what's your website? What's your email account? Just so we can kind of make sure we're on the same page here.
What would that do to?
It would just help me understand, because I'm familiar with how the audits work, and I'm familiar how this all works.
Can I use the restroom? I really do have to go.
I understand, but I'd rather we can meet over here and we can get your public records request. That's fine.
No, I'd rather use the restroom here.
I'm sure you would.
I pay taxes here, so.
What I'd rather do is get your public record request.
I'd rather you not patronize me and just let me use the restroom. No, I'm just checking out the lobby area. Oh, I'm not going into restricted areas. I'm just staying in the public areas. Why is that?
Because you're out here with the camera recording.
Actually, they're not misinformed. It's a critical infrastructure. So
Well, law enforcement went there and they said
they are wrong. Yes, a third-degree felony.
Breaking news. Government employees have unlocked a new superpower, filing YouTube privacy strikes, false strikes that is, to hide the fact they were rude, lying, or maybe committing crimes in public while on the clock, the taxpayer dime to be exact. So here's how we beat it. If YouTube makes me blur someone, I will. But you take screenshots, note timestamps, catch job titles, and pay attention, because even if YouTube wants them pixelized, you'll still know who's running the circus. The government's trying to muzzle journalism with a privacy rule. Let's not make it easy for them. Thanks for sticking it out with me. Welcome back, Liberty Trollers. We're back here again at the Orange County Utilities building. We were here over a year ago, twice. The first time, perhaps you remember, Debbie Sponsler, the section manager here, was discriminating, not letting me go to use the restroom at first, patronizing me, so on and so forth. Ended up using the restroom, but I had to pull teeth in order to get in there. Had a conversation with her throughout that visit. Ended up being a decent conversation, even though she was wrong about recording being a felony on critical infrastructure, whatever that means. Obviously doesn't apply to the inside of this building and the public areas. That's open to members of the public, the general public. We came back for a second visit. We ended up speaking with Debbie again. She was wearing the same clothes, remember? Everyone in the comments was saying, "Go shopping, Debbie." Yeah, I thought this was kind of funny. Anyway, that second visit, we educated her. I educated her on what that felony thing was. It's a third-degree felony to go actually onto critical infrastructure on utility government property. But just like anything else, restricted areas are always marked. There's usually a sign that says no trespassing or whatever. It has nothing to do with the areas in which we were standing or recording the last two times we were here. But we tried to educate her. It didn't seem like it was sinking in. Now, this is the same person, the section manager, Debbie. She doesn't believe, at least the last couple times we spoke to her, she didn't believe that she's a public servant. She doesn't believe that this building is being funded by our taxes. And even if she does believe that to some degree, she still thinks that it doesn't really qualify as a public building. So fast forward to more recent, every time I posted the video of my interactions here with Debbie, they repeatedly were taken down through privacy complaints. A total of 7 or 8 times, at least 7 times. So they're suppressing my freedom of press liberties. There's a certain foreign national, a troll, who is, I would say, is obsessive, is always threatening to take my channel down or demonetize my platform. His name's Warren, and I know he's been in contact with Debbie and Orange County Utilities, because when I FOIA requested information relating to myself and the takedowns and everything, I was getting lots and lots of voicemails. I'm talking 6, 7, 8 voicemails from Warren, as well as numerous emails of him talking about how, in fact, I was in violation of the law and how she should, bring criminal charges of harassment against me and encouraging her to put in the privacy complaints. And even more recently, I have quite a few confessions from this Warren character. He's claiming that he can put in privacy complaints on behalf of these public servants, and he's saying that he's doing it on behalf of them. And I spoke with YouTube, and they said, no, that's not allowed. I don't know where Warren's getting his information, but it's inaccurate. He lives in Alberta, Canada, but he's making me believe that he also possibly has property or some reason to come to Florida, because he says that he has a property or something over here. He has reason to come down to Florida. So I'm here to get down to the bottom of it. I'm gonna try to get in touch with Debbie Sponsler's boss, whoever that is. I want to ask for whoever that is to speak with them and see if, in fact, they are sponsoring this sort of behavior in these video takedowns, which is suppressing my freedom of press rights for public consumption, taking these stories away from you, the viewer. It's not right. And at the end of the day, if it continues and I have to escalate it, I'll get the federal court involved. But hopefully we don't have to do that. So I'm here to see if in fact they are involved in these privacy complaints and let them know what I know about this situation and see what information they're willing to volunteer. So let's head on inside and ask questions of our government. Freedom to my right. Big old camera on top of the building already. How's it going? Good morning. Good morning. Do y'all, any of you know who, maybe you know, do you know who Debbie Sponsler's, the section manager, who her boss is by chance? Yeah, if you can calm down, I want to speak to him real quick, if I may. I appreciate it. So here are your Board of Commissioners for Orange County. It is 8:55.
May I ask your name?
My name is Zach.
Zach?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're with?
I'm an independent journalist.
Independent
Yeah.
I'm looking for, you're looking for Debbie Sponsor?
No, her boss. Her boss. Who is her boss? Do you know? Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh, this is interesting. Coming soon, Orange County Utilities is having these self-pay kiosks. So maybe they'll have no reason to allow members of the public in here at some point.
His name is Jorge Reyes.
George Reyes. Okay.
And they're in a meeting and they will,
Okay. Well, here's
they're
Debbie.
gonna give them the message.
Okay. Oh, hey, Debbie. How are you?
Great.
Good. I guess we're waiting on George Reyes. Is it Jorge or George?
George.
George. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Did you want to talk to him or?
Yeah. She just called him down.
Oh.
Yep.
No, I was trying to call him. So
Yeah, I just happened to walk by the conference room upstairs, so
Oh, he's in a meeting.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Could I go ahead and put a public records request in for his schedule for today? George Reyes' schedule.
well, the public records request will take a little while, so I don't know that
Well, I mean, I'll submit it today and I'll get it later.
but I don't know that I'll get it back to you for the end of the day.
I'm sorry. Good morning. How you doing?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the request is.
George Reyes, his schedule for today's date, please. So all the times of his meetings, what types of meetings they were.
Y'all have a great day.
Same email?
My email? Yeah, same email.
It's Liberty Troll LLC, right?
Yeah, you might have to put a dot between the troll and LLC, possibly, at Gmail. I think it might still work, whether it has a dot or not in there, but just in case. And could I make, when's the soonest that I could talk to George?
I don't know what his schedule is. I have no idea. Is
Could
there
I-
something specific you wanted to talk to him about?
Yeah. I can talk to you about it while you're here too, but wanted to see if I can go ahead and schedule an appointment before we get to that with George. Can I schedule an appointment while I'm here with him? I can come back or I can wait. I'll just wait
I
here.
mean, I'm
Please.
pretty sure if his schedule is booked today, that he may not have time today if you needed to come back. Is there a specific subject matter that he knows?
Yeah. And I can talk to you about that here in a second, but I guess,
Okay.
so what I'm hearing is he's not going to be available at any point today for 15 minutes.
I don't know. I don't manage his schedule, so I do not know for sure. I do know that when I was coming downstairs that he had just walked into a meeting.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
How long are the meetings typically? An hour? 30 minutes?
No, not 30 minutes. I have no idea. I don't
I
have
can,
access to his calendar.
I can wait. Yeah, I can wait. If you don't mind, could you find out when his meeting ends, or when he's got a 15-minute little gap somewhere? I can wait here, or I can come back a little bit later, whichever sounds more appropriate.
Yeah. Again, is there a specific subject?
Yeah.
And is it going to be recorded? I mean, these are some things I just want to be able to let
Yeah,
you know ahead of
it'll
time.
definitely be recorded. He can come out here, or he and I can go into a private office somewhere with a little privacy. Doesn't really matter to me, but I definitely have some questions.
Yeah, I don't have access to his calendar on here. I don't think. Let me check.
Yeah, go do your thing. Find out if you don't mind. I'll wait here. That's fine. I'll wait patiently if you want to see what get some more info on that. Thanks. How's your day going? Good. Hi, good morning. Yeah, someone is assisting me right now. I'm waiting on Jorge Reyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You know who's coming.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Good morning.
Okay, so they're in meetings most of the day. So,
What time does he get out today? You said most of the day, so is that till
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 or?
it sounds, I mean, they're going from meeting to meeting to meeting today. So
Okay.
what the team upstairs asked me to do was we'll let you know
Okay.
what he has available in his calendar. It may not be today, but they did ask what it would be about. So
Okay.
They kind of need to know what it's about.
Okay.
To know.
It has to do with suppression of my First Amendment liberties.
Okay. So what they'll do is they're gonna look at the schedule and see, you said 15 minutes?
Yeah, it should take like 15, maybe 20 at the most.
So okay, so I'll put the public records request in. I will get with the team upstairs, and see when he might have some time available for the meeting. And we'll get back to you, and I'll let them know you wanna record it.
Okay, and then the 2 more things. I wanted to get a copy of the request for his schedule, just the receipts that I put in a request.
Oh, you always do when you get the
yeah.
records unit. We'll always send that in.
Yeah, I know, but just in case sometimes, not that I don't trust you. So far, you guys have given me everything I've asked for, but just in case I don't get that, that's why I asked for that. It's just like a stamp copy or
There's no stamped copy.
or a signature.
There's
Signature
none of that.
receipt.
It's just going to be.
No, I mean, just write it.
The public records person.
Yeah,
Get
I expect to
something
get it. Yeah. I'm talking about just like a piece of paper where it says Zach is asking for this, that, and the other. Here's the email we're sending it to, and then just sign it, and then give me a copy, and I'll take that.
I don't normally do that.
as a receipt.
So,
well, I usually do that. I didn't do that when I was here the last 2 times. So you're used to me not doing that, but that's what I typically do.
Well, and that's fine, but we're gonna get the public records.
I think probably you will, but could I still get that receipt just for in case I don't get it?
I'll work with Nicole just to make sure it's confirmed, and that if it's the same email address, then we'll do the same thing. But
I'm not really given that as an option. I would like to have a receipt. It's just real simple.
We don't have a system for receipts, though.
No, it's just a sheet of paper. You just literally
can take
sign
a
it.
picture of that. That's the note.
No, I gotta have like a physical. Let me see it.
Well, take a picture of it if you want. That's what you're asking for. But there's no receipt system. The receipt is the email, basically. It'll say this is a confirmation that you've made.
Yeah, I'm saying if I don't receive that, it's like I'll have recourse if I don't receive it. If I have a signed or stamped copy of. I do this everywhere I go. I just haven't done it here.
But we just don't have a receipt system. So, but again, if you know how to get a hold of me. So if for some reason you don't get it, but I'm going to go upstairs and talk to Nicole. You've got an email from Nicole. It'll be put in the system, and we'll get that.
All right, so you're not going to give me a receipt of that then? Just make a copy of that, sign it.
You took a picture of it, right? So I don't know what else.
Well, there's a reason I asked for a stamped or a signed copy, though. There's a legal reason why I asked for it.
I can just sign it, and then you can take another picture of it.
Well, I've had attorneys tell me I have to get signed copies or a stamped copy when I do these things.
And this is just scribble. It's not like formal.
It doesn't have to be formal. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's so if all you can do is just sign it or stamp. I mean, there's not enough room on there to stamp it, but just sign it, make a copy of that, give me that as a receipt. Copy as a receipt. Getting a little sick here. Excuse me.
Fantastic. Well, let me see.
Very good.
Copy of the sticky note.
It's signed. Okay. Yep. That works. That completes. That completes that. And if I had a few questions for you, I was really wanting to ask George, but I'll ask you as well.
Okay.
So there's a certain individual. Do you mind if we go somewhere else because he's kind of loud? You want to go
Out front, I guess.
out front?
The humidity is,
I know it sucks.
it's fantastic for.
Or we can go in here. You can go right there if you want. So we're not on the humidity.
I don't want to
Okay,
they got
that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. So there's a certain individual. Let me get out of the way here. So there's a certain individual. He goes by Warren Munkadle. I know he's been in contact with Orange County Utilities. He's sent numerous emails and voicemails along with others. And my understanding, he's an individual from Alberta, Canada. He's not even from the United States, as far as what I can tell. And he's claiming to be an attorney and all that kind of stuff. But I know that recently he has made claims in writing that he has been collaborating with Orange County Utilities in some way, shape, or form to put in privacy strikes or privacy complaints on my videos, to repeatedly have the same video taken down like 7 times at least already. And I want to find out if indeed Orange County Utilities sponsors that kind of behavior and working with a foreign national and suppressing my freedom of press liberties.
I do recall getting an email from him. I have never responded to him.
Okay, I didn't see any responses.
No, that is correct.
Yeah,
So
you're right about that.
I have never replied to him. I have never contacted him. I have never called him.
Okay.
So with regards to any kind of collaboration, nope.
So I thought at first that perhaps it might have been you putting in the privacy complaints. Has it at all in the past on any of the occasions?
You know what? I don't know what. Heard something. So, you know, with regards to Warren and I working together, no.
Okay.
You know, not at all.
So he's confessed that he's put in privacy complaints on behalf of you or behalf of Orange County Utilities. Has that been the case then
if he
for all
has,
the?
you know,
You wouldn't know about it?
Correct.
Okay.
Right. Nothing has ever come back to me. He's never said anything to me.
Okay.
So no.
And then any of the privacy complaints that I've received in the past regarding our interactions before the videos that I've uploaded, any of those strikes come from you at all, or any complaints come from you?
You know what? I'm just gonna not talk about that. One way or the other.
That's like the last question I have though is
Okay.
is
Well,
are
that's
you
my answer.
are you physically putting in any strikes, or not strikes but complaints, privacy complaints on the
Again,
videos?
I'm not going to disclose anything with regards to any conversations I've had with anybody. with
Okay.
regards to that.
Well, those are
So-
just a few of the questions I'm going to be asking George.
Okay.
So there's a few more questions I'm going to ask him, but those are reserved more for him and in his role. But
He's new in his role, so, you know, I'm not
How
sure
new?
how much he got. I think he came on board maybe just a couple months ago.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, way after my last visits.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.
I think the last time, it was like a year ago, over a year ago since I was here last. It's been a while.
I can't remember on my calendar, but yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. He came in afterwards.
So-
absolutely. So.
So do we know like when he's available that I could talk to him?
I know what, I got to go back. I got to check his schedule.
Okay, before we
and
get to that, I did have one other question, or not a question, but really, you know, the reason I'm here today is, well, it was to talk to George, but also part of my reason was to see if in fact the privacy strikes are coming from Orange County Utilities, or if they're all coming from Warren Munkadle, if that's really his name. Because if it is coming from Orange County Utilities in any way, shape, or form, it needs to stop immediately going forward, because if I have to escalate it and get the federal courts involved, that's not the route I want to take. But I will stand my ground on my rights. You know, I don't want my stories to get suppressed. That's a form of prior restraint, to have it taken down, because I put it out there for public consumption. There's tens of thousands, as you know, people who watch my stuff, because people find what's going on in our local government, not just on a DC level, you know, in the White House, and, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the world, but
Right.
people are interested in what goes on in our local municipalities and government buildings, you know, public buildings that we pay for. And I think that's very interesting to a lot of people, to see if, you know, they understand our rights and respect the people and treat us with respect and honor our rights and that sort of thing. I know that you're involved in some civil activism, you know, on the side and stuff like that. So I know you get some of that. So, you know, I would just ask, well, I'll just say that I don't want any more of that suppression on my channel, you know, because I'm not recording anything that, you know, I'm not supposed to be recording. And so I have to keep reposting it. And it's now like the 8th time I put the video up. And so I'm trying to get down to the bottom of it to see, you know, who's putting the privacy strikes, if it's in part or in full Warren, or if it's all him. I don't know. You know, that's one of the things I'm wanting to find out and let you guys know, like, where this is going to go if it continues. I just don't want it to continue.
Right.
Okay.
And I don't know that George will have any of that information, but, you know, I'll set up a time. It's typically very hard to just kind of show up and have a meeting with someone just because they already have stuff on their calendar and, you know, what do they have going on. It's typically easier to set up a time, and then, you know, for someone to agree to be recorded, you know, that's a whole other level of, you know, a challenge for people who are not used to being recorded during a conversation kind of stuff. So
Yeah, I understand that, but, you know, he accepted the role as a public servant like you did, or law enforcement. You know, I record them all the time, and, you know, I can tell some of them are uncomfortable,
in a
but it
public
is what it is.
setting, though, but in a private room, in a room that's not a public.
Yeah, that's just
setting,
an
so.
offering. You know, if he's uncomfortable being out in front of people on camera, we can go somewhere it's just me and him. You know what I mean, like a conference room, or, you know, somewhere where there's not people walking by and they're like, oh, what's going on here? You know, so
Right.
that's. I try to have conversations, because I think most problems can be resolved. Like 90% of problems can be resolved with good conversations. So I try to have conversations to resolve things and get things to where they're supposed to be.
Right.
But I do follow through. I'm known for following through on every
form of activism that I'm involved in. I don't let it slide. So that's why I'm here. It's just I want to get down to the bottom of, okay, where do I need to take this and who do I need to take it with, right? So that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, I will put this in. I'll go right upstairs and get with Nicole. You get emails from Nicole.
Oh, and that was the last thing. I'm sorry. The last thing I need. I'm going to wait in here. If you could find out what time he's available. I can wait, because if he's available in 20 minutes, but he's not available the rest of the day.
No, he's not available the rest of the day. Yeah, I called real quick, and they're like, he is back to back, and, you know, he's got a couple deadlines. So they're like, hey, he's not available today, so I'd hate for you to wait around. But, you know, we'll look at something that happens
and then
soon,
email me, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
His schedule, a few dates and times that work for him,
exactly.
and
I
I'll
think that
come
works
in
out
and
the best,
and it's up to him where he wants to have the conversation. It can be out here in public, or it can be in a conference room, whatever he's more comfortable. I don't care, but I'll be recording it.
Okay.
All
right. I will let him know, and we will get back to you, and I'll put that in for today, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
So, okay.
Thanks, Debbie.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right.
All right, Liberty Trollers, we're just now leaving Orange County Utilities in Orlando, Florida. We spoke with Debbie Sponsler herself. We were trying to speak to her boss, whose name is Jorge Reyes. Of course, he was in meetings all day, just as I suspected would happen. That's always the case when someone with the camera shows up. They're in meetings, they can't talk to you. So I'm trying to call them out on their bluff by getting his schedule for today. That's why I put in the FOIA request, if you didn't catch that. But I want to see if, in fact, he was indeed too busy to speak with me for 15, 20 minutes. But we are going to make an appointment. I am going to record the interaction with her boss and get down to the bottom of what's going on. One way or another, I will find out who's putting in the privacy complaints. You notice that Debbie would not answer that question. I think that insinuates that she is guilty of putting in one or more privacy strikes or privacy complaints against my videos having to do with her at this place on my channel, which resulted every single time in my video getting taken down, at least 7 times. I uploaded it for the 8th time recently. And so this is a follow-up. I need to find out what's going on, because if it continues, I'm going to have to escalate it. You guys know I'm not going to let this slide. I will get the federal courts involved, get a federal lawsuit going that she is suppressing my freedom of press. It's a form of prior restraint to continually take down those videos away from you, the viewer. It's not right. I'm going to get down to the bottom of it. The fact that she won't answer that question, if it's her that's doing it in part or in full, speaks volumes. That tells me she's guilty. But I can't say for sure. It just becomes a whole lot more probable that she won't answer that question. She's afraid of legal repercussions because she knows I'm right. She knows that what she's doing is wrong, if indeed it is her that's doing it. And as far as Warren Munkadal is concerned, I am going to be getting certain authorities looking into him, because what he's doing is against not only YouTube's terms of service, but he's also guilty of some criminal laws. So we'll get down to the bottom of that as well, and I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you so much for watching, as usual, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until next time, truth, trigger, troll.